Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Now Fashion Hub, the best fashion channel in the world. So today I'm going to quickly show us how to cut a plain trouser. But the thing with this trouser is for a very fat person. So I want us to learn how to cut a trouser for a fat person. A simple method. Alright. Now I'm going to show us a very simple method. And why is this this is very special to me because most of the time when we're cutting a trouser, like when we're sketching the leg aspect, the ankle aspect of the trouser, the ankle. At times you sketch into this piece, and then when it's time to sketch the back piece, we discover that there's a shortage. If you have experienced something like this, please drop in the comment section. Let me know if you have experienced something like that. Drop in the comment section. Let me know. So I want to attend to that issue today. All right. How will you cut a trouser of someone that is fat without having to have shortage when you are about cutting the back piece? Let's go. Now, first of all, let's identify the length of this trouser. Beginning, this is our beginning point here. Let's mark this point. So we are going to begin our measurements here. All right, here. So we're going to mark this point and take our trouser length. Trouser length is 39. So this is 39 here. We'll be adding 2.5 inches for seam allowance, for hemming allowance. So this is it. All right. And the length of this trouser is 39. So our knee length, which is the half length, we'll just fall into 2 and get our half length. Our half length will be here. All right. So let's mark at 2 places to get straight lines. So this is the half length. The length of the trouser 39 is the hemming allowance. So let's join these points together quickly and proceed. Join this to this. Join this to this. We join this to this, and this is here. So the next thing we're going to do now is to mark out the beginning point. We're going to be taking our measurements. All right. This branding we're seeing here. All right. We're going to use it as the mark where we're going to be taking our measurements from. Can you see this? So we start from here this way, here this way, here this way. So next what we're supposed to do is to get what? Is to get the waist measurement. And the person, this customer's waist is, I'm going to take off half inch here and begin our measurements. This customer's waist is 42. Divide 42 by 4. When you're cutting, you divide waist measurement by 4. Divide 42 by 4, you're having 10.5 plus half inch seam allowance. That becomes 11. It's 11 right here. And we'll come down here by 3/4 inch just to give it fitting at the front, in the front rather. So we'll join this like this. Alright. So having done this, we are done. We have gotten our waistline now. The next thing for us to get is the crotch. And how do you get your crotch? You get your crotch simply by dividing your waist measurement by 4. Divide 42 by 4, you have 10.5. This is 10.5. Can you see that, guys? But guys, I'm going to say something here. All right. From experience, when my crotch goes beyond 10, I began to watch it. All right. I don't like my crotch going beyond 10, except the person is extra fat. All right, extra large. So I'll just take it back to 10. All right. I don't like it going beyond 10, no matter how fat the person is. So the next thing we're going to do now, we have gotten our crotch length, and this crotch length becomes our thigh line or lap line, whatever you call it, thigh, lap. All right. So this is it. We have gotten our waistline, our thigh line, which is our crotch length. We have our knee, we have our length, and the hemming allowance. The next one we're going to do now is to extend this mark here to here. So our crotch to our thigh line. All right. So if we measure from here to here, we're having 11.5. All right. So take it here. This is your 11.5. All right. So I haven't gotten our crotch length here. We're going to come up above this thigh line by 2 inches to locate our hip line. All right. Come up by 2 inches to locate the hip line. So this is our hip line. Now, how do you apply your hip measurement? Now, if you have taken the customer's hip measurement, fine. You apply on this hip line, taking measurement, remember, from here. All right. But if you don't have the customer's hip measurement, simply add 1 inch to this crotch line here. All right. So from here, we are simply going to add 1 inch here to get our what? To get our hip measurement. And therefore, we're going to join this point here to the waistline. Sorry, to the waistline. Can you see that? Almost done. The next one we're going to do now is to get our lap line. I will say our lap is 31. Divide by 2. When cutting, you divide your thigh or lap measurement by 2. So our thigh measurement is 31. By 2, you have 15 and a half. This is 15 and a half right here. Can you see? The next thing is to curve this here. You can use a French curve. You can use your free hand. If I want to use my French curve, you can see how easy it's going to be. But I can still use my free hand for the sake of those that don't have French curve, so that you believe that this is possible even without French curve. All right. So can you see? I've curved this with my free hand. If I use my French curve, you'll see that it's still the same. All right. So moving forward, it's now where the crux of the matter is. How to shape this trouser. All right. Now, if we are to go with the standard of dividing the thigh line into 2, all right, divide into 2, okay, like I normally do in my trousers videos on how to cut trousers. If you do that, all right, by the time you get here, okay, we divide this by 2, we have 7.5, bring 7.5 here, all right. By the time you now join this point to this point, all right, if we do this, by the time we come to the shaping of this trouser, for instance, its ankle measurement is 8, which is 16. We are supposed to have 4 this side and 4 this side. You see, if you shape this other here, you are having excess here. And believe me, what is remaining here? Now, those that have encountered cutting trouser for a fat person, they will understand this better. By the time you come to the back piece, what is remaining here cannot give you the back piece, all right? This allowance here cannot give you the back piece, all right? So what do you do at this point? Simply, we're now going to shift this line this way. We're not going to start our drafting here and waste this excess here. Rather, we are going to just remove 1 inch from the beginning point here, all right? Come to the knee line, still remove what? 1 inch, all right? And we'll join this to this. We'll join this to this, okay? Now we said our what? We said our ankle measurement is 8, so come here, mark our 8, mark our 8, and the customer's knee measurement. The customer's knee measurement is 22, all right? So divide 22 into 2, you have 11. So you see my 11 here on this line, or mark 11 here. That's the customer's knee measurement. Mind you, I said the customer is an extra large size, all right? So how do you now join these 2 points? I'll simply join this point here to here. Now this video is not really for beginners, so to say. It's for those that have been cutting and are having 1 or 2 issues cutting a trouser for an extra large person, all right? So the next thing is to join this point to this point here. Let's do this. We join that point to that point, and then we join this point here to the what? The tie line, and then we join this point to this point here. Don't see this. So by so doing, now I'm going to show you something down here. All right, coming here, you're not going to allow this line to just go all the way down like this, but you play it out a little. All right, so that when it's time to hem this trouser in, you won't be having a challenge. All right, it's my ruler. It didn't really go straight right here. Look at it. Right, so you ensure that this point here, this is not sharp. The curve here is not sharp. It's blended, right? Very important. So at this point, guys, we are done with the front piece. I'm now going to show us how to cut the back piece, right? Let's cut out this quickly. All right, guys. So now I think now we understand better what I was trying to explain when I was cutting the front piece, when I was drafting the front piece. Now, can you see that the allowance we are having here, the allowance we're having here is not very much. All right. Now imagine, sorry, just a minute. Now imagine when we're cutting the front piece, imagine we had removed allowance here that was worth up to 4 inches. We wouldn't be having this allowance we have here. And as such, we cannot use this piece to draft our what? Our back piece to be too small. It would have been something like here, alright? And this is too small an allowance to use for the back piece. That is why I adjusted this center line, okay, so as to have enough allowance remaining here for me to use for my back piece. I hope this is clear and I hope you understand. If you don't understand, pay for a session with me, okay? It's not expensive. And I'll explain everything to you again. Alright, so how do we cut our back piece? We measure 2. For this person is very fat, so I'm going to measure 2.5 inches up here. And then coming this way, I'll just measure 2 inches, alright? 2 inches. Okay, 2 inches here, 2.5 up here. And I'll join these 2 points here. Okay, and I'll connect this line here to the beginning point here. Okay, so I said at this point I'm marking 2.5 inch this way, 2 inches this way, alright, allowance of 2 inches this way, and up here 2.5 inches. Alright, so I'm going to connect this point to this point here. You see this? And then what I'm going to do next is simply to move one piece of the front piece this way, all right, leaving an allowance of at least 2.25 inches down here, and then 3 inches up here. It can be 2.25, 2.5, okay, 2.25 inch here, and then here 3 inches is fine. All right, so the next thing I want to show us is here. All right, when you are taking the curve for the back piece, it shouldn't be as deep as the one of the front. It should be like at least a half inch away from the depth of the front curve. Very important. And this will now be like this, joining to this point like this. Now see this, very simple and straightforward. So the next thing for us to do is to do what? Is to go ahead and what? Cut this out. So guys, if you've been struggling, okay, cutting a trouser for an extra large customer, be it male or female, I think this video will help you so much. And if you enjoy watching it, while waiting for, hit the subscribe button, turn your notification bell on, alright, for more of my content. Thanks for watching. Welcome.